I'm Sebastian St. James. In a previous video, one of my viewers asked, "Hi, great analysis on Amazon. Thanks for sharing your ideas." They were referring to the buy or sell Amazon video, which I did previously. What are your thoughts on Splitit, ASX code SPT? Splitit Payments is a global payment solution provider that enables shoppers to use the credit they earned by breaking up purchases into monthly interest-free installments using their existing credit card. Splitit is a buy now, pay later company, a little bit like Afterpay. Are they the only provider on the market of buy now, pay later solutions? Obviously not, I just mentioned Afterpay. Is it just the two of them? No. Here's a list of buy now, pay later providers in Australia. Afterpay, Zip has 2 entries, but really it's just the one company. A few companies you've probably never heard of, Lay-By, which I've mentioned previously in a video, and Latitude Pay, which has special deals with Harvey Norman, etc. Splitit is not even on that list. Maybe it's the fault of the list, or maybe Splitit is so tiny that when people think of buy now, pay later solutions in Australia, they doesn't even come up. Well, we can find out. Let's go to a few major Australian websites to find out what payment solutions they have to offer, and do they use Splitit? Firstly, let's go to Myer. I have a warning here. If you have children, send them out of the room now. If you're eating, stop it at once, because once you see what I'm about to show you, you'll never ever be able to unsee it. Is it finished yet? Oh, thank goodness. That will be years of therapy getting over that. Myer offers Visa, MasterCard, Amex, PayPal, Afterpay, that's a buy now, pay later company, as well, Apple Pay, little Commonwealth Bank, simple, what's that about? That is StepPay, which is a digital-only buy now, pay later solution. I have a problem with StepPay in that I think it's slightly confused. It's called StepPay, not ComPay. Okay, maybe they want to label it as a separate product, give it its own identity and separate it from the Commonwealth Bank, but you got the Commonwealth Bank logo on it. So which is it? Is it ComPay with the Commonwealth Bank logo on it, or is it StepPay, which should have, say, a series of steps in the logo maybe? I ask you. Harvey Norman offers a number of payment options. Well, that's good. They have a separate page which explains what they offer in buy now, pay later. They have Latitude, which they have special dealings with, so it's not an independent company really. They have Zip and they have PayPal. Kmart, what do you offer? Well, you offer Afterpay and Zip and Flypay, which is brand new. We haven't discussed that before. In my small sample, Afterpay and Zip were the companies which came up again and again. Splitit, no, did not even come up once. Coming up soon, I have a video which will discuss all the buy now, pay later stocks on the ASX and which one is the best. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Maybe the websites which I sampled just didn't have Splitit, but maybe all the rest do. Let's go to Splitit's actual homepage and find out. This is the featured stores on Splitit. They have Canyon Bicycles, James Allen, Nectar, Byte, companies you've probably never even heard of, most of those. They're the stores which Splitit is now featuring as offering their services. Let's go to another list which they have, which shows all their companies. This is sorted by whatever order Splitit chooses. They have Arthide, Go Blue, Mankind, My Bag. Does the average Australian know about My Vegan and My Protein? No, probably not. Splitit seems to be associated with small, relatively unknown retailers. So as far as their dominance in Australian buy now, pay later market, no, not even slightly. Splitit offers 4 different payment schedules. I found this interesting because buy now, pay later has defaulted to 4 payments in virtually every situation. You can pay it straight away, which is why would you use Splitit if you're going to do that? 3 payments, 6 payments, or 9 payments. So we've discovered they are in fact hardly offered anywhere. That's what our research has shown. How about their share price? How has that performed? This is Splitit, SPT, on the ASX over the last 1 year. You'll notice it's gone down and down. Well, the last month has gone up. But other than that, a dismal performance. But to be fair, the entire market has gone down, so maybe Splitit has just gone down with it. Let's see. This is Splitit in comparison to the ASX 200 or the XJO, which is in black going across the top. The top? Wow, okay, that's a big difference. In the last year, we find the ASX 200 has lost 7%. Splitit has lost 60%. Wow, okay, Splitit is having some big issues. Is that just a recent thing? Let's go back for the last 2 years. Splitit, well, they did have a bit of a peak there, something exciting happening, and then no, down, down, down. Wow, a dismal performance. Minus 83% over the last 2 years. The market overall has gone up nearly 16%. Wow. So Splitit is actually not only underperforming, but losing you money, basically. Over the last 5 years, we see there was a bit of a peak. There was a period where buy now, pay later companies were all the rage. Afterpay was released, then we had Zip and all the other ones started to come along, and there was a bit of a heyday for them. That is what I suspect we're finding back at the beginning of the graph. And then you notice there's a peak around 2020. What happened at early 2020? It was COVID. Everybody went online. Buy now, pay later stocks shot through to the roof. But as we've seen, even over the period of 5 years, Splitit has dramatically underperformed the market, even if we factor in those heydays and high growth periods. That is their shares performance. But maybe they were paying massive dividends, and maybe pigs can fly. But let's have a look at their total returns, which does include dividends as well. Over the last 1 year, you would have lost 43.8%. That includes dividends. Over the last 3 years, minus 23.1%, and they have not been going for 5 years. Maybe they're just revving up. What is their actual financial data and what is projected to be? Well, we see that this year, their sales has gone up by 18.6%. Good. Cash flow has gone up well. Profit, however, no. Minus 22% profit. The 2-year forecast for profit is minus 430.6%. Wow. That is not a good sign. And their book value, which they are in control of, has slashed by 45%. So my rating is not interested. Had you owned their shares, you would have lost a massive amount of money over the last few years, and their projections going forward are dismal, and they are having big issues. That leaves one question. Instead of buying Splitit, which clearly does not have market dominance, in fact they're not doing very well at all, should you be buying a company in the retail space that does have dominance like Amazon? Should you be buying it now or selling it? Go ahead and click here to find out.